Jake's Auto and Fabrication. I'll tell you what here. Ice racing mower / sand drag, mud, hydroplane over anything. Was set up in the condition for racing on ice. But because it was all done, ice picked, ready to go. Did we have some weird winter up until about a week ago where we were hitting 60s and getting rain, and I thought we're never gonna get ice. I'm gonna do my 4-wheel drive idea. 1 motor, then 2. The second I tore this thing down, did it do this? Here, let's all go look at it so we know we're all looking at the same date and everything. 12:20 a.m., 1:28:23. Yeah. Can anybody explain this for me? Just makes sense that I tear it all apart. And here's 6 inches of snow, which it's not made for the snow, but it's been freezing cold, 18 degrees at night. I think it's 28-degree high today. And lakes are gonna freeze this week, probably. And this is the condition I have it in. Shit. Yeah, I'll get some where I'm going, how it's going footage here. We went to dirt bike 4-wheeler style steering so I can put the controls on the hands and really feel when something's getting sketchy over my feet bouncing off these footboards, just flooring it. The steering, I did redo it all before down to here, but I was running the tractor, what would you want to call that, death trap gear setup with a good link to the steering. Now it's solid steel. Actually, that's what I ran my sand dragster. That's the steering out of the sand dragster. All bearinged, couplered where I need to weld it. It's got 2 U-joints in it. That won't be so severe when I'm done. We'll get to that. Here's the control arms, the axles underneath of it, and then I am shortening the CV shafts. This thing's gonna be sweet. As long as I can keep a chain on it, and I would think running 4-wheel drive and 2 520 or 530 chains, quality chains to the front and rear. There's 2 separates. So I guess there's a belt drive, 1 chain, 2 chain, 3 chain. But those usually don't break. I would think that it would equal out the load or take some strain off the 1 chain having it 4-wheel drive, because you're sending power to 120 or 130 horse going right to just the rear wheels. So, can I even get that in the picture? No. It's a mess. I got this little corner right now that I had started it in because I thought we were going into spring. Yeah. So what'll be cool about this is if anybody's followed the channel, and I am trying my best, I started building a 300-foot sand drag that should be decent. You should be able to run some fast, decent horsepower stuff on it and have a good shutdown, which goes up a slight hill that's all sand. This thing's life isn't going to be just trying to chop down snowmobiles. I really want to put a hurt on the Banshees, so I am going to 4-wheel paddle it. I can run an 18 to a 20 inch tall paddle in the rear. It can be, I'll make it work, but it can be 10 plus inches wide. The front, I could run up to an 18. I have a 16 on the front now with an 18 on the rear. If I do an 18 on the front, I was going to do a 20 on the rear, because I am gearing this for a 2-inch tire difference from front to rear. So it has a decent stance, and I wasn't going for full-fledged 4x4 bogger look. I was going for dragster, sand rail, upset lots of people that have high dollar machines. I'm gonna have, I keep calling it a $500 lawnmower, but it's probably in all honesty, hitting $800-900. But I know it's well under $1,000 with impound. Super excited about homemade 4-wheel drive system on this thing. Small goal achieved here. So far so good. And surprisingly, it's either going to weigh the same as what I had on there, with way stronger steering and all the way around. I might even try to make it have suspension, but that's not the ultimate goal here. The camber and the caster will be completely adjustable on this to be able to make it drive straight, track straight. You know, I can put a ton of caster into it so the steering wheel is always trying to return straight. We won't have any more crashes. And for now, I'm going to put the 1 triple snowmobile engine in it. I didn't want to change too much without even initially getting to run it on the ice with the first setup with 1 engine and 2-wheel drive. Well, what's cool is I can make it 4-wheel drive. I'll be able to pop a chain off, go back to 2-wheel drive, run it, put it back to 4-wheel drive, run it, see if I wasted a ton of time fabricating all this for nothing, or it's gonna be way badass. Some might say that it does a wheelie no problem and the front's not gonna bite anything, but with that wheelie bar, we can put it really close to the ice or pavement and keep the front end from taking flight. After all that's successful, if there's enough season left, I will cut this frame, extend it, I think about 6 to 8 inches I need, and install the second triple and run 2 650 triple Polaris engines. That's where this thing will kick ass. One, the weight we're adding will be right on the front end, so it should be able to utilize the 4-wheel drive. Kind of a mess, I know, but it should be the sickest drag mower out there. And I don't think I've explained this in any of the videos. A lot of people say it's not a lawnmower, doesn't cut grass. I will have a fully functioning deck under it, so this will cut grass. I mean, it'll skip a lot of grass, but it will have blades that are functional. It's just for how low it is, I have to custom build the deck to clear everything. And I might not have a lot of adjustment. It probably will just be pinned and fixed to one position, but we'll get it down the road, doing a 0 to 60 and see what kind of stripe it leaves.